Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, a big soaking day across Acadiana today with area-wide rain amounts, at least 2 to 4. Isolated amounts were higher than that. Things quieting down, though, for this evening, but they'll be firing back up by tomorrow morning, we most certainly think. And this is the pattern, but we're going to get to that in just a bit. We did get a drone shot, though, in as the rains just tapered just moments ago, and this is what the sky's been looking like. Gray sky, and don't need a meteorologist to tell you that. It's been a kind of a dark day, a good day to stay indoors and have those indoor plans. Maybe tomorrow much the same, but activity should be a little bit more scattered in nature. So let's take a look at the big picture across the lower 48, and you can see we have an upper level low to the north and west and high pressure out in the Gulf of Mexico. And the two are combining to produce these upper level disturbances across Mexico into Texas. And we really don't know how they're going to manifest until these disturbances get out of Mexico, because we don't get good data out of Mexico whatsoever. So it's always a guessing game with this southwesterly flow. We were thinking scattered activity today, but it was widespread. Don't think we're going to see the same situation tomorrow, but we're in a favorable pattern for a good scattering of showers and storms once again. Now, late this afternoon, early this evening, the bulk of the heavier rains have been offshore. That's where we're seeing the cloud-to-ground lightning as we dial into all 5 regional Doppler radars, including our very own Power Doppler 3 here. And you can see over the last hour, notice how the precipitation's really evaporated. So all the upper support, that disturbance is going away. The rain out from the storms out in the Gulf is diminishing, and gradually things quieting down over the next several hours. But again, as we showed you earlier, let's look at some of these rain totals. You get into the green to yellow, you're in the 3 to 4 inch range, and some spots even more than that over toward looks like Jeanerette, and then back to the west as we get into western portions of Beauregard and Vernon Parish. You start getting in the blue, that's pushing 8 to 10 inches of rain. So there was some flooding going on today, and many areas getting a big soaking, less so as you went farther to the north and east. So as we look at the infrared satellite imagery, you can see how the storms are blowing up. This was a convective complex that blew up across the area, and you can see how it's worked its way out into the Gulf of Mexico. It's the most action all of the Gulf and the Caribbean are seeing with respect to thunderstorm activity. Still looking good here with respect to the tropics over the next week to 10 days, but can't guarantee it's going to last that way through October. Meanwhile, the rest of the Atlantic basin is still quite busy. Remnants of Peter up here. We have Hurricane Sam, a major storm, and 2 systems that are bucking to become at least tropical depressions, maybe storms, but they do not look like they're going to be impacting the United States. So good news there. Here's Hurricane Sam, still a major hurricane, packing 130-mile-per-hour winds, but a good distance away from the northeast Caribbean. We think it goes east of Bermuda, close call, but no cigar there. And then beyond Sunday, we'll have to watch. This may be impacting portions of, we'll say, Newfoundland perhaps, but today's forecast tracks a little bit more eastward. So a system that is mostly a system is going to stay out in the Atlantic, and this is the perfect kind of hurricane because we have hurricanes all the time. They're a natural phenomenon. They take excessive heat away from the equatorial regions down here, and they distribute them at a northern latitude. And the most perfect situation, this all happens out in the open Atlantic. So we're always going to have hurricanes. We're not going to be able to reduce the number of storms. Intensity factor, well, that's something different because the Gulf of Mexico has been so hot over the last several years. We're seeing those rapid intensification cycles closer to home and across portions of the Caribbean. Now, things quieting down tonight, and we do it all over again tomorrow. I think we might even see a few showers prior to daybreak. But then as we head into the afternoon, a good scattering of tropical showers and thunder showers and a few locally heavy downpours. Now, not expecting flooding or the type of rains that we saw today, but any additional rainfall we see tomorrow, and we do it all over again on Thursday, we could wind up with some localized street flooding. And again, the model not being exact, but it gives you an idea, paints a picture of another inch or 2 of rain possible. Some spots could catch 2 to 3 inches of rain over the next 48 hours. So some localized street flooding still in the mix and in the forecast possibly over the next couple of days. So showers slowly ending. We're seeing that right now. Temperatures in the lower 70s tonight, lower 80s tomorrow, maybe a little bit brighter skies from time to time, but showers and storms will be likely and an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain possible. Your rain chance at 80% tomorrow, 70% on Thursday, but then we'll drop it down Friday into the weekend, more scattered in nature during the afternoon hours. Temperatures warm into the mid 80s this weekend and eventually dry drier, maybe more pleasant air on the way, but it's going to be at least 8 or 9 days away from right now. That's it for weather for right now. We're going to have more coming up right after the break.